Başlattım. Yayın açtım arkadaşlar, haberiniz olsun. Ama önemli bir şey konuştuğunuz zaman mikrofonu kapatacağım, yani sesiniz gitmeyecek yayına. Önemli bir şey konuştuğunuzda ses kapatacağım, sesiniz yayına gitmeyecek. Haberiniz olsun.
Birazcık daha hani spam, hani bütün yeteneklerini çevirebildiği için aynı şey değil.
Peki, ilerleyen karşılaşmalarda zaten artık yani Yiv'in çok tercih edildiğini görüyoruz. Yiv'e cevapların da belki değişeceğini, evrileceğini veya çalışılacağını, hani burada takımlar da analiz yapmaya devam ediyor, kazansalar da kaybetseler de bu noktada belki daha farklı kompozisyonlar, cevaplar da görebiliriz ama yani herkesin bildiği üzere Yiv biz burada görmeye devam edeceğiz zaten. Metadan pek düşecekmiş gibi gözükmüyor. Yani bunu söyleyecek aklıma Paşa geldi. Yine bu karşılaşmada ne yasaklandı ne alındı. Bazı takımlar hala yasaklamayı tercih ediyor ama yani bazı takımların arasında da artık ismi geçmiyor. O da birazcık beni şaşırttı. Çok hızlı girmişti.
Birkaç günden beri böyle ama yani. Alışık
Bu
artık.
aşamasında hani ilk Kaja yasaklaması görüyordum.
Öyle ama yani alanlarda çok kullanamadım.
Bence de
O
daha
yüzden
etkili yasaklamalar
yani
var.
o hype demek ki çok da
Merhabalar.
gerçekçi değilmiş.
Insendio'nun maçı saat
Yasaklandı.
2'de, Türkiye saatiyle saat 2'de başlayacak.
Zaten yine bahsetmiştim.
Daha var yani.
Onun öldürülmüş mü yani? 3 kişiyseniz yok, düşüremiyorsunuz. En azından 4 kişi olmanız lazım. Bu noktada da güç belki hani Kaja yerine ona yasaklıyorsunuz. Keri yasaklıyorsunuz. Van man dedik.
We'll get you some bolting later on as well. A lot of good food, but yeah, for the players right now, it's time for them to show what they've got, especially the Singaporean champions.
Tapi tetaplah keep respect dengan tim yang lain gitu. Kalian banggakan.
We'll get you some gold tick later on as well. A lot of good food, but yeah, for the players right now, it's time for them to show what they've got, especially the Singaporean champions.
That's right. I just now build about them. I'll talk about it. They have a lot of things to prove on this world stage. Being the more veteran team, technically has been going through world championship as compared to S11, but S11 being pushed against the wall, they fight back. And don't forget, the winner of this best of 3 will be going up against Falcon. Oh, wow. Just a reminder.
That's a big reminder. Well, we don't have to think about that, and I'm pretty sure that these players, they're not thinking about that now. They just want to be in the moment against their opponent right now, which is RSG Singapore. And of course, for the Singaporean squad, they had a lot of moments of brilliance in that game too. In fact, they are even in a big advantage during the first few minutes of the game. They even punished one of the members of SESLİ, so they might be feeling like that might have been just a blunder. Let's not let them take over the game once again. Let's not let them find their momentum. Because when it comes to this, like the drafting, right? It looks like pretty. Even you can argue that when it comes to ease of execution, it's easier to execute the RSG Singapore lineup compared to SESLİ.
I know. I mean, right now, what I really want to see for ours is that they just need to slow down that tempo. I think they're a little bit overheating earlier just now. They're making a little bit few more blunders, especially with the last second turtle onwards, especially in the part of the game. I mean, being caught in that real world manipulation is a little bit painful. I think they gave up maybe the Eve a little bit too earlier just now. Maybe they should go back to basics, go more, you know, the picks that they like. They already got that troll by Rose, and also already got Prey on that artist, and also got by on that Lilia. But however, I just feel like, you know, Diablo being the XP lane of RNG, I think this is really not his mentor.
I mean, if you look at it, the draft has such a big impact on the game, right? And just now in the game, I think, for me at least, I actually like RSG's draft a bit better because of the multiple win conditions that they have. That
ease of execution, right?
Exactly, right? It feels easier to execute, especially that new dog last pick. That was just the cherry on top, right? Felt like they could dive towards the back line, and the two marksman composition added with the Eve is going to really struggle. But again, I do believe it comes down to the execution. And RGSG did not find the comfort play that way, and they were just really leading towards that one style of play where they need to dive. Only find a pick and they win. They've done that in the early game, it worked. But to a certain point, it's got to be S11 learning, adapting, and that's where RSG needs to learn, needs to adapt, and needs to understand that there are many other ways to take the game than that, I mean, compared to that one early on.
Yeah, I feel like Baby Cakes right here, right? I think going back to that Matrix, even in the group stages, that Matrix wasn't performing very well, in particular for Baby Cakes, especially
For everyone, Matrix has been horrible.
It is, especially in this current meta. They're like I don't know, you can go back to even the Clint to be, for example, as well. It's a lot easier to execute. You can stay further away. You don't really need to step up forward with the passion as well. But let's take a look at the player head to head.
Okay, so it's a 5-0-5 going up against Chan. Chan, very impressive in the previous game, but all throughout the tournament, starting from the group stages, when it comes to averages, you can attribute that RSG is 5-0-5. So far, it has been Katina, oh no, it's not. It's Marcel, Valentina, and Xavier. So actually, 505 already played like 4 different heroes already. So pretty impressive, and the way that you notice coming out from RC Singapore, they utilize their mid laner more on the objective side as compared to SA. They want to get kills. It's for the GPM. Yeah.
It's just the different styles, right? For RSG 505 as well, he's more of that killer type of mid laner. He wants to get those kills down, and he stays in the back. Meanwhile, I mean, it's the opposite, complete polar opposite. Chan likes to go in, even on the Eve. He's the one popping, he's the one initiating on with the real world relation. But it does seem like right now we are going to get into the draft for game 2. So just to summarize everything we've said in the draft, RSG needs, I think, to not change the draft. They should just rely on the same kind of draft, multi-dimensional, many win conditions, but they need to fix the execution. Meanwhile, for S11, even though they won in game 1, I still believe they need to get a solid draft here. They need to be very careful because RSG are going to learn from their mistakes from the first game.
Definitely, RSG, you know, they are known for their momentum. They're also known for their adaptability. Their strongest point is when, you know, Nosy can find that good picks. We're going to be going, like what Mirko said earlier just now, we're going to go into the draft very, very soon. Expect, you know, not a lot of tweaks in terms of the draft, but also expect them to change a bit of the play style. But we will be going over to the draft, ladies and gentlemen. This is game number 2. This is potentially the final game for RSG, and RSG don't want it to be the final game in M4.
Absolutely. I can expect that Eseonce will also ban out some of the comfort picks coming up from RSG Singapore. Just like in game number 1, you have that outlier, the Lolita ban, the third ban coming up from Eseonce. This time it will be their first. And guess what? This is one of the comforts of RSG Singapore. Played it twice out of their 3 games during the group stages, and were very comfortable with it. And it seems like Eseonce did their homework.
Oh man, RSGSG have already opted to go for the first pick, right? So far in M4, it does feel like first pick has had just a much better win rate, better games overall, even though, again, usually, well, previous matches have actually been very advantageous for the second pick, right? Because you get the last pick in the first phase and the first pick in the second.
I think the best part about, you know, being second pick is that you get to pick 2 prior picks, right? You trade away 1 prior pick away to the opponent, and then you take 2. Whereas right now, there's so many good first picks, you know, like the Blue, for example, which already got banned. There's also that Eve that is vital for RSG to take on the side of 505.
Same band so far, as you can see, it's just the Joy and the Glue that's traded back and forth, but the Eve is going to be prioritized. This is what I expected in game 1. I expected the first pick to just go for the Eve because of how oppressive she is in lane to poke and even initiating. You're so good now with the changes being made to the real world relation where you can't be cancelled by any CC except for the suppression.
Well, the Kajas, once the Valentina is available, which kind of means that Kaja can lock down the Eve eventually, and having the Valentina also allows for you to steal that real world manipulation. Instead, it's going to be the Benedetta as well as the Pod comfort picks coming up from SESLÍ, particularly this Benedetta, which Papa Dog really played well in the previous game.
Yeah, I think Gideon was talking about this, right? Papa Dogs being able to cut not only just the waves, I would say, cut apart the team fights, making it super difficult for RSG to synchronize together to fight as a team against a team fight composition, right? S11 on the other hand, you know, I would have thought that they went for the Yutong because, you know, you got an enemy Eve on the other side. I think that is a no-brainer over there, but I think that could be disadvantages on the side of RSG as well. Diablo very comfortable on this Vendetta too. He would not be able to get his hands on it.
Man, the Claude first pick and the Leslie instantly. This is why I was kind of, you know, I'm doubting the Claude pick. I don't really agree with it because again, first pick early on, very easy to counter.
Yeah.
You could see RSG just want to walk the Claude down, allow Boo to dive in. You already have the utility, the Pope, and a Leslie that is a counter matchup in the gold lane.
Are we going to see like something like a Fredrin coming up from SESLÍ earlier on, or maybe are they going to answer the Eve immediately? Like the Valentine is also still there, but they can pick it up if they want to. I like the Lapu-Lapu pick because it has good laning matchup versus the Benedetta if ever. You can also cut lanes, and you can team fight much earlier compared to Benedetta, which kind of means that you can activate this Lapu-Lapu against the pod in the early stages of the game and snowball through it. We're looking at Canlı. Okay. So what they wanted to do is really just to burst down the members of RSG Singapore, utilize the rough waves against the Eve. You might not cancel the rule of manipulation, but you can take down the Eve.
Yeah, I agree with you, right? I was thinking about, yeah, the Valentina would be good right here. You want to fight fire with fire, you want to fight water with water, right? You want to fight real world manipulation with real world manipulation. Create that Venn diagram in the middle of the team fight, and then no one stays around. But however, S11 prefers to fight with water instead. Benita to try to find the burst, and it's very flexible. Not only just to find the burst on top of that Eve, you can also find the burst on top of that Leslie as well if you can catch it.
It's such a smart move, honestly, now looking at it, right? I was, you know, questioning the Claude pick early on. First pick, by the way. We haven't seen that in a long time, especially not an M4. But with the Claude pick, it did actually bait out the Leslie. That's also very vulnerable to the dive that right now they, S11 drafted for, have, you know, gone for. You can see the Kadena, the Benedetta. Leslie's not going to have a good time, right?
Yep.
Even with the Eve behind to help the Leslie, I think, again, we can just go back to when last time I saw this kind of composition, it was Blacklist International playing at ISF for Philippines, right?
Yeah.
They played the Leslie and Farsa. A bit different towards to the Eve, but still, that's a lot of dive going up against this kind of range composition that can be very, very bad for them.
So now that we can expect more jungler bans against RSG Singapore. So far, what they have played, RSG Singapore played Martis, and that is played like twice already, all throughout the matches with RSG Singapore. There's also that Ling that RSG have also deployed before, which of consideration, especially against a pod that can dive with the Lapu-Lapu and Ling.
I personally feel Mirko and Wolf, RSG, like what we said, like what we start off today, right? Do or die, what they said. And not only just that, this is not only just a survival of the fittest, it is also a struggle of the fittest. The team that dropped this particular game will go home, and RSG is one game away from that. Yes, it's a very scary place, but I think RSG should be able to and do this so well against the Leslie.
I think it's the opposite right now, unfortunately, Jays. With the bans here, they've opted to go for Rock and Atlas, and I know exactly what S11 are going for. At least I think. Kaja ban, Marta's ban. They opted to go for an assassin. That's Johnson's signature pick. And right now, it's so well. He's up against the Leslie. Before they ban out that Kaja, they go for the Kufra first. That's another hero that can be good up against that assassin. The thing is, for S11, they don't need to rush it. They can either go for the Haya or the Link, right? There's two options. Meanwhile, for RSG, I don't think they can go for the assassins here. That's Kufra pick to counter it, and there's only 3 heroes that can really just maneuver away from the assassins.
Here's what I can think of like running like Fredrin, for example, that can control. There's a lot of concept, a lot of crowd control, technically speaking. You don't have a lot of dashes in the front line, so that your depth is players support. That also means that you need a scout digging.
Feels like RSG shooting assassin today, feeling like a link. You will be going for that link at the same time. Low return. I don't know what to feel about the Ruby roam. Personally, I feel like Frank was a lot better, but it's like they need that aim to want to hook as many people right into the real world.
Well, I can see why the Ruby can work here, right? But honestly, look at their competition. There's
Seversin Emre abi.
this point in the back from SESLİ. I thought that Diggy was going to come through just to go and send into that. What?
Ses geldi.
Wait! It's not a Hayabusa, it's a Mojito here. Oh, look at RSG. It feels like the Mojito pick. They've already had enough backline threats to work RSG. So they pick up a Mojito. They can do a bit of both. But in the jungle, we haven't seen
Yeah, I think so. I think it's the second time. The first time was picked by Blacklist.
Exactly.
Yesterday, I jumped Indo was out in the jungle in the explain. But this time around, it will be going into the jungle. Mojito getting nerve out of the system.
I'm not even sure that this will be a jungle.
looks like it. There you go.
Well, it is. Right now, you can see it's
Johnson.
yeah, it is actually right here. So that would be a jungle for people. Okay, so what they wanted to do is to really get off the back and say, well, what is combo? If that effect exists.
Try and drive Mojito.
It should be. You wanna eliminate the less as soon as possible. You have one shot combo. This is not a good start for RSG. And that also means that you can also dive with Papadon. So there's a lot of dive coming out from the side of SELC. They can only have one skill for this god, but even the god, if you think about it, even the god is also a dive kind of hero. So it's all about dive for SELC.
Yep, it's all about dive, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God, Erwin! This is not a good start for RSG.
It's a horrible start for RSG. Ray did not use the retribution and he has the killing spree. So this is going to be S11's opportunity to actually control the jungle for a bit early on. Erwin with purple buff. They're going to be able to dictate early game for sure.
And definitely the turtle is going to be in favor of SELC at this stage, like dive multiple times, but knowing that there will be a level disadvantage
Bilmiyorum ki. Gel.
Niye geç kaldık ya?
Bence geç kalmadık. Hey, where is our team? Where is our team?
Your team is a test game.
Right.
You still need to wait in your...
Ha, okey. Test şeyine gitmişler,
They will
bekleyebiliriz.
come back here again. Oğlum geri gelmeyecekler ki ama.
They will come back again?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi Diablo. Nice game.
Good game bro. Go away man.
İyi, inşallah. Daha geleceklermiş geri. Bro, they will come again.
After this, I will tell you, right?
Okay. Dedi ki tekrar gelecekler. I am in stream now. Yeah. Arkadaşlar maç başlayacak. Şu anda test yapmaya gittiler. Ha? Ben de gideyim. Arkadaşlar bir 5 dakika gidip geleyim. Karşılaşma başlayınca zaten beraber takımla beraber gideceğiz. Bir gideyim bakayım. Şu an teste gittiler arkadaşlar. Gelecekler şimdi arkadaşlar. Gidiyorum, ben de geleceğim. Benim telefonum nerede? Ha. Oğlum yayında olduğumu unuttum lan ya.
Ama ben de unuttum. Arkadaşlar.
Selamlar. O kamera kapalı. Oradayken diyeceğim, pil takılı onun içinde şu an.
Şu an gözüküyoruz.
Ha?
Kamera kapalı derken.
MacBook'unki açık. MacBook'un kamerası.
Şu an direkt ortadayım yani.
Evet.
Dımdızlak kaldım ortada.
Evet.
Sen bana kumpas mı kuruyorsun?
Evet. Her şeyi kumpazdı Osi.
Oh çok ısınmış lan.
Ha, normal. Şarjı da bitiyor. Şarj aletini de almamız lazım. Go vallahi bro.
Osman'ım nereye gidersin?
Yılanın görüne gidiyoruz Safiye.
Ben her sabah nereye giderim? Telefonu şu ya. Paranoid. Arkadaşlar nasılsınız ya? Nasıl gidiyor?
Paranoid.
Osman rüyamda gördüm seni. Hayır olsun.
İnşallah
Osman
hayırdır.
tanıdın mı beni selamlar. Tanıdım moderatör Zülküf. Osman abi sana hiç 2K bağış geldi mi? Gelmedi. Gelmedi. Sırtımı sıvazla biraz. Murat objektife sen geç.
O ne demek? Oraya
Osman,
otur mu?
Osman kalk defol git diyor yani.
Osman'ım sandalye çek.
Kim lan o?
Kim lan o?
Harun Demirbilek.
Osman'la kafe söğüşü yakında arkadaşlar. Değil mi?
Aynen.
PUBG SEO'yu kazanınca mehter çaldırdı. Kazanmadı oğlum, onlar şampiyon oldu. Biz şampiyon olursa mehter marşı remix vereceğiz. İki seneye kel olmam. Saç ektiririm. Orduları en çok son. Türk milleti orduları en çok son. Takım bekliyoruz şu anda arkadaşlar. Telefonları falan test ediyor. Salgın var arkadaşlar. Önlem olarak alıyorlar ve ben hastayım. Incendio to the best. aynen.
Bedel to the best.
Bedel to the best. O oluyor da Incendio olmuyor.
Incendio supremacy.
Ne olabilir? Arkadaşlar yayını beğenmeyi unutmayın.
MDA.
Maç ne zaman? Maç 21 dakika sonra. İkiniz adamsınız. Teşekkür ederim. Osman niye takım almıyorsunuz? Çok kötü oynuyor, o yüzden almıyoruz. Osman, bro funny.
Biraz
Gelir mi? Maçı sunmayacağım. Nasıl sunayım Osman abi?
Maçı sunmayacağım. Ne yiyek ya?
Yiyecek bir şey yok ki orada.
Oğlum ben Türkiye'mi özledim.
Irmağının akışına ölürüm Türkiye'm, ölürüm Türkiye'm, ölürüm Türkiye'm. Hey hey hey hey hey. Irmağının. Let's go. Haydi. O şarj aletini alsana bilgisayarım. Ben kamerayla şey alırım. I need internet connection bro. I need internet connection.
Ben hepsini alayım mı?
Is same from there? Ha? Hayır, sadece şarj al. Is internet connection is same from here?
Değil.
Internet will be lost? Yeah, it's mine. Internet will be lost?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I need to do which internet connection'ıyız.
ÜZERİ have
O zaman hızlı gidelim. Arkadaşlar yayın azıcık kesilecek. Kusura bakmayın. Yayın azıcık kesilecek. O sebepten dolayı kusura bakmayın. Oraya gidince tekrar yayın açacağım.